Doors are closing. Next stop, Love Jones, a mixtape for Roots L, J, A, and M. This is a soundtrack of the city. This is a soundtrack for the people. Please play at a volume the ancestors can hear. For your listening pleasure, please stand close to the edge. Thank you for riding.
At age 5, I can remember walking to the fire station and pulling at my parents' pant legs, peering up at them as they strike the buttons in the booth, making their selection, reviewing their ballot, securing their vote. The women at the table would hand me a sticker to make me feel like I too had participated in a powerful action. Now at age 18, I myself walked into a socially distanced school auditorium, a mask tightly clinging to my nose and face. I told them I was here to vote for the first time. And there I saw the brand new touchscreen machines and felt the slight promise of the future as I pressed the virtual buttons, making my voice heard. You must remember the power and privilege of the polls, and how many lives have been on the line to secure this right. You must see the value in the ink filled, the button pressed, the screen tapped, the ballot mailed. You must see the fight that lies behind that very action. Underrepresented people of this nation can't always see themselves in the candidates listed, can't even have their views acknowledged by the politicians who claim to be for progress. Often they can't vote because their voice has been suppressed far too many times for it to finally be heard for the first time in a polling place. From behind the curtain, you must remember that you do not vote just for you, but for the mothers supporting their family without even a living wage, fighting for 15, which isn't even enough. You do not vote just for you, but for the elderly families priced out of their homes and forced out of neighborhoods they built from the ground up. You do not vote for you, but for the undocumented immigrants whose family trees have taken root in this soil, nourishing an economy with generations of workers and taxpayers, yet still they have no voice recognized by this government. You do not vote just for you, but for the very soul of a nation. And you do not vote simply because you can. You vote for everyone who can't.
Choosing Day by Sidney Brown, inspired by Election Day, November 1884, by Walt Whitman. We the people command the power to turn tidal waves into tsunamis, a breath into a hurricane, an issue into a movement. Americans, we can vote. I watch you tiptoe around topics, you refrain from playing the choosing game. People have trekked up mountains just to get your view, and you choose to close your eyes. How long are you gonna sit on the sidelines? Till the referees put black lives on the bench? Till they red flag your opinions too? We have an open shot to the goal. Choosing shows that you are present in this time and place. You are a part of who gets placed at the top in this political race, who gets to be in the White House built on slavery, who gets to build back our economy. Our voices can be heard to the highs of Washington's monument, to the lows in our history. We've protested for the right to vote. We hold the power to put people in power. We are demanding equal rights, fighting for our lives, losing loved ones, being shot down, but we still have a shot. And this choice is our voice.
Election Day 2020. This voice that sings glory at day's end, dear and tender, tempered with passion for generations, is far from still or silent. When everything returns to dust, it will belong to the harmony of the masses, performing the task of overturning untilled earth in a ritual that takes millions. When I leave this world, there will still be everything I stood for, the unalienable right to rewrite history, to take up the cause of looking forward. Today, my heart sings the names of all those I have lost, who have fallen in the vein of a shadowy freedom, forgotten like buried dreams never professed. There are American faces carved on a stolen mountainside, names that still harp in the crude wind: Jefferson, Washington, Lincoln, the select few written down in collective memory, the men made into monuments. In truth, I am not yearning to be memorialized in the same history as them, or to be a wall for their names to echo off of. I am living on my own time, giving homage to the home that raised me, the people before my people, and all the streaking light after. The fact of our existence is a miracle that can never be paid for, and broken promises that could never have been prayed for with unfaithful hands. And so I forge on, carrying with this question: in the absence of justice, what is bequeathed to us? Whether countryside or canyon bank, the cataract flow between the eyes of change, or the cities that live to see tomorrow, the voice of the past is calling out, speaking of the future. Awaiting fate, I can only elect to face it with a new hope.
You have arrived. The Youth Poet Laureate mini mix is a wrap. You heard Vote for You by Mia Concepcion, Choosing Day by Sidney Brown, and Election Day 2020 by Wes Matthews. This mix was spun by Vince Anthony. This episode is a collaboration with Vote That John, an initiative that aims to bring 18-year-olds and other first-time voters to the polls. Love Johns, a mixtape, is produced by Philadelphia Contemporary, a freestanding space for contemporary and performance art. Till next time, with sisterly affection, peace.